So let's talk about how to be stress-free when you are dealing with a narcissist and you have kids with them. First and foremost, you have to understand that this individual is not going to give up. They're not going to change. And you are going to have to make some personal changes since they're not going to change. This is one way of how you're going to stay stress-free, is making changes to yourself and not to them. The second thing is you're going to have to set boundaries. The boundaries can be, and I'm talking in particular about people who have children with them, because obviously when you don't have children with them, you leave them, you're done, right? You can block them on everything and go on with your life. But for those who don't have that option, when you're setting these boundaries, one of the boundaries need to be making sure that you are using some type of parenting app so that this person don't have the ability to just text you, email you, call you all throughout the day and hour, because a lot of you are probably dealing with PTSD when you see that phone ringing, and you have emotions such as fear and anxiety that tends to come up because of you already know what you're getting ready to deal with, and your body is responding from the last things that they have already done. So just setting personal boundaries for yourself is going to be a must, and you know what boundaries you need to set. In the case you don't, please put it in the comments so I can make a video about that. The third thing you're going to do is make sure you're not worrying or stressing about what they're thinking, what they're saying, and what they're doing. Focus in on you, on your personal goals, on the things that you are currently working on and working through. So when you focus on yourself and less on them, this is going to help you stay stress-free. Another thing to help you to stay stress-free is you're not going to so much try to put the pieces together. I know in the beginning when you leave this relationship and you have children, you're going above and beyond. I'm talking about overboard, overloading yourself with trying to co-parent with this person and trying to make it as stress-free as possible. I'm here to tell you that the more you try to put into this, the more you're going to be stressed, because there is no such thing as co-parenting with the narcissist, but you're going to have to find ways to work around it so that you yourself can have a stability in your mind and in your emotions. The next thing is you're going to have days and times that you choose to respond to this person, which also ties into your boundaries, because if you allow this person to call, to text, to email, and you're literally checking these things back to back to back, that is going to cause a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of memory from how they did you. It just keeps things going. But if you have a scheduled time on when you check these messages, a scheduled time on when you respond, then this is going to help you on your day-to-day base so that you're not in this high emotion all day dealing with this person. This one here was a big one for me, which was to be gentle with myself. This is something that I often tell my clients, is to be gentle with yourself. There are days where you may feel overwhelmed and you may have to take loads off of yourself from other areas in your life just so that you can kind of cope with what's going on. Because of some of you are wondering, like, why is this happening? Why do I still feel some of these emotions? But it's because you have kids with this person, and so there's constant trauma that is actually taking place. So every time you're healing in one area, here comes the attack from a different area. So be gentle with yourself in this process, because being gentle with yourself is going to actually lessen the stress load versus I should be over this. Why am I still doing this? Why am I still feeling this? When am I going to be over? That itself is just added stress when you just take that time to just, okay, God, I need your help today. And read that scripture, do that prayer, praise and worship. That's going to help relieve some of that stress. The last tip that I want to give you is that you will not always have to deal with this individual. And what I mean by that, because your children will all be grown one day. Now, some of you have a long road because your kids are probably newborns, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. But we all have gone through it, all right? And so just keep in the back of your mind that this here is just a season. It may be a long season, but it's a season. Learn as much as you can learn out of this season, and also heal during this season. Make the necessary adjustments as needed. And I'm here to tell you that you're going to look up and you're going to be like, I am almost done dealing with this narcissist. And for some people, this is not something to boast about, but there are some people where the narcissist end up just giving up. because they realized they couldn't get to the person anymore. There are some cases where the narcissist ends up in prison. And then there's other cases, unfortunately, where the narcissist just passed away. I've heard all three from all of my clients. And there are some where they had to wait until their children turn 18. Whatever your case is, keep your mind and your eyes in your heart directed towards God, and you will be able to overcome this. And I want to also let you know that if you are a person who is just now leaving the narcissist, or you're thinking about leaving this narcissist, there's a book that just came out and it's called The Exit Plan. And this book will help you to leave the narcissist, stay gone from the narcissist, and help you to properly plan while you're making your exit so that you don't return on a fourth, fifth, sixth time like I did. With that being said, you can find all the information in the description. Go ahead and get your copy today.